It's about 2:30 a.m. hella cursed hours of the night, and I decided to make this video after I saw the Kill Sage's video on his analysis of Jiren for this season compared to the last one. You know, you should go check it out. It's a great video. You know, I'll put a link in the description because that's where I got my inspiration from. Thanks Sage for putting it out. Now, you gave me ideas to go over Gohan in this season. I hope y'all enjoy this video as much as I did making it, because damn am I tired, and damn did I spend a lot of time on it. And shit, maybe if I get 2k likes, no, 2,500 likes, I'll do a Kid Buu one, or another character that I know pretty well. But anyways, I hope you like it. Here it is. I wanted to go over how Gohan was affected by the new changes in Season 3. Obviously, he's not as strong as he was last season. They cut his legs off, you know, they nerfed his sparking infinite Blockstring, and, you know, some DP stuff. So I'm gonna cover that, you know, try to cover the more important stuff. Please keep in mind that the season is relatively new still, so there may be some things I will have missed. There may be some new tech discovered literally right after I upload this video. Just like the guide I made for him. Right after I uploaded it, universal fuzzies were posted, they're shown, all this stuff. Talk about awful timing, so please keep that in mind. Let's talk about Gohan's auto combo after he's leveled. It still ends 0 on block, which is incredible. It was already great last season, but I'm going to explain to you why this season it's just more powerful. So they nerfed assist recovery when you stagger pressure, right? So it's really important for a character to be able to stagger solo safely, such as Kefla, who can do EX orbs, that's +4. I think Tyrant Lancer is also +4 with Bardock. However, the difference for Adult Gohan is that when he does it, it's part of the string, right? You know, there's no reflect, react level 3 to it, none of that, you know? That's what makes it more important in my eyes compared to Kefla's or Bardock's, because you can reflect Bardock's Tyrant Lancer. If you reflect Kefla, you can punish her, or she has to commit to like a vanish or a level 3, as opposed to Gohan, who he doesn't have to commit to anything. He just keeps the string going, and then it's a guessing game if he keeps the pressure going right into a low, or he resets. Oh whoops, my bad. Or he resets, you know? That's the whole thing about his auto combo. Nothing about his auto combo has changed. It's still great. You can space yourself to punish buttons, or you can clash if they have a good enough medium button, but most light buttons are gonna get stuffed. Esports normals will probably still win. So Gohan as a solo character without assist still has fantastic pressure. That hasn't changed. They left that intact. Since his auto combo wasn't changed, you still have 6M being plus on block if you time it correctly, or space it I should say. It goes from +5 to 0 on block depending how you do it. So that's still here, so that's good. That's one thing that they still left intact that's not necessarily unique to him, but there's not many characters that can end in the 6M to be a plus, right? And on hit you can still combo off of it. Here, let me show you. So yeah, so that's all still intact, that's all still there. You don't have to worry about that. They left his auto combo alone. Still really strong. Basically, to summarize this part, Gohan is stronger than a lot of other characters because he can keep solo pressure going without spending resources, even if he doesn't have assist. It's basically this whole section in a nutshell. So keep doing this auto combo. Keep ending in 2L or delay your staggers, whatever. Just keep doing it. All right, go. This shit is still fantastic. Okay. So let's get started on EX legs. First and foremost, he does not explode assist anymore. He does not. I'm so sad. I feel like they personally did this to hurt me. I was the only Gohan, not even competing, that was doing this. Just me trolling online. This is my fault. I have to apologize. But it was nerfed. It happens. Alright? I am sorry. Anyways, moving on. Yes, the damage may have been nerfed after you land a raw EX legs, but so are a lot of other EX moves in this patch, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. You still get great damage, you still do the same combo after you land it. It's just timed a little bit differently now. You still get the knockdown, so you got 4k for half a bar. In the corner, if you land EX legs, you have to do a slightly different confirm. You have to do 5L, you can no longer dash out. and then do 5M like you used to be able to, but you still get good damage. EX legs is now only +1 on block. Doesn't matter if you're level 0, level 1, 7, 69, you're always going to be +1 on block. You still get a safe jump for the most part, but you can no longer, you know, 5L somebody's 2H if they matched it like last season, or stuff them out of it, right? So that's no longer an option. Oh, Cloud, what do you mean to? I'm glad you asked. Here, let me show you what you can do if you still want a 2H EX legs when you put somebody in Blockstun. So what you're gonna want to do is get out your pen and paper, because this is gonna get a little bit complicated, but anybody can do this with a little bit of practice, so bear with me. You can OS falling 5L into 5L reflect or 5M reflect. Now that sounds a little confusing. Cloud, what do you mean? I'm glad you asked. Here, let me give you a visual example. So I'm gonna go through all the options. Here's reflect, right? You have to reflect twice to beat it. If you jump out or try to jump out after one reflect, you get hit, right? Okay, now what happens if I match 2H? Well, here's what happens. You get reflected, right? Okay, so now what happens if you just block it? Let me show you. Block it, right? Falling out into 5M. Okay, the thing that happens when you do this OS and your opponent decides to backdash, you whiff of reflect. However, if they try to punish you with a 2M or maybe a 5H or something like that, you will reflect them back. You do lose to, say, something like instant air dash in, right? Because they get you on recovery, but the presence of mind is not going to be there. This is a mind game that is heavily in your favor, okay? Unless they have an answer for certain, you're not going to lose this mind game. Of course, it still beats raw level 3s. You'll be able to land and block in time before raw level 3 hits you, so it doesn't matter what level 3 it is. He got hit because I was mashing M there, but you could just cancel the startup of a button into reflect. I don't know if you know that. Nice little tip. The first couple frames of a move, like I think maybe it's 3 frames at most, you could cancel into a special or reflect or dragon rush, but maybe I'll make a video about that at a separate time, doing car throws and cancels and all that. Just a quick recap. Using this OS, you will beat 2H. You'll beat them if they're mashing 5L, right? Even if their 5L is a 6 frame, your falling L is 6 frames, your +1 frame, you have 5 frames to their 6. Simple math, right? You'll punish them if they're mashing. It'll beat the reflect. It'll beat the raw level 3s. In the corner, they don't have a backdash as an option. It's just another mind game for Gohan that is heavily in your favor. Again, there's not really too much they can do about it. They have to gamble with the double reflect if they really want to get you off of them, especially in the corner. So practice this. The only thing that I know that beats this for a fact is LDPs, and fast ones at that. I'm not sure how fast other LDPs are. Gohan's is 9 frames. It hits Gohan before he touches the ground. Well, this is the only thing that I know that beats it clean, but again, this is a mind game in your favor. You win RPS more times than they will, and it's a huge gamble. If you block it, they die. Most people aren't going to take this risk. Not only that, not a lot of characters have DPs in this game, so you can just run rampant with this. Oh yeah, and counters beat this too. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like Jiren's counter, for example. Looking at Jiren for once, ha! Wow, he can actually do something incredible. Another thing to note is that, yes, EX legs also got nerfed in the air. It's Blockstun. It no longer gels when they're too high in the air. They have to be pretty low to the ground for it to gel. I don't even know if I'll be able to get this. That's how low they have to be. Yeah, right there. Wow, that's how low they have to be for it to gel. So keep that in mind. If they're that low, you keep them in Blockstun. If not, they can do some things like reversal level 3s or DPs, and I'll show you. Okay, so here's the thing about reversals in the air. If you do EX legs too high, you'll definitely get hit. Like right here, if I hit a button, I'm smoked. I got level 3 counter hit. Now, if you do it lower to the ground, or I should say lower on their body, they'll whiff. Right, I hit 5 on the ground, but I still managed to cancel it into reflect, like I was talking about earlier, the car cancel. So you can tell on where you are when you're hitting your opponent if they'll be able to mash out a reversal on you or not. LDPs are much faster, so if you do it to, say, Vegeta, which I will show you right now. So when it comes to LDPs in the air, at least Vegeta, I'm not sure how it would work for, say, Gogeta. Go lab it yourself. You get smoked at all heights. Doesn't matter if you're this low, smoked, right? Doesn't matter if you're this high, you're gonna get smoked. You want to be careful if you're gonna match on Vegeta, right? You know, after he blocks this, because if they spark, that's a medium starter. Your ass is gonna look medium well done by the time they're done with that combo. You are gonna be smoked. So just keep that in mind. LDPs, scary. Reversal level 3s, not scary, because you can tell where you are on their body if it'll hit you or not. It's really easy. If you're more so above like on the middle high part of their torso, you're gonna get smoked. If you're kind of like, you know, pelvic area, you'll be fine. His sparking Blockstring did get nerfed. I know, it sucks. My infinite Blockstrings are gone. Hold me, dog Gohan mains. Please, moment of silence. Okay, anyways, yeah, it's gone. Shit sucks. It happens. Good characters get nerfed, except Kid Buu. Kid Buu. Anyways, you're still +2. It's no longer a true Blockstring, so you have to watch out for reversals and reflect. However, you can still use it for keeping up the pressure. You just have to be more aware of your opponent's options. Don't be afraid to use it. You're still plus. Being plus is always a good thing. Not much to cover here, really. I do want to add, if you aren't sparking and you're trying to recover your assist back, you can do 2H, you know, after a long string. Oh, I messed it up. You can do 2H, air dash, LL, EX legs after a long string, and then assist. Just a little note that I wanted to add. As if you're trying to recover them and they're about to recover. If not, then you can do that and then go into the OS. You know, there's options. You have options. You just have to work a little harder. Stop being lazy. Get in that lab and work a little harder. This is probably the nerf I'm the most saddest about. They nerfed recovery on DP. I get it. I understand. DP, whiffed, and then into another DP was way too damn good. But I am incredibly sad that I can no longer DP, whiff, DP, spark, DP them. Because if I just whiff one DP, I'm getting punished. For sure. God, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Basically, just be careful where you place your DPs now, because they have a lot of recovery. You just can't throw them out and then get away with murder. It's a fair nerf, I get it. DPs should be punishable. The spark DP combo didn't really change too much. They did make it easier now. You just kind of walk forward and then 3H, and then you get the damage, right? You don't spend a vanish and scale it even harder. So that's pretty cool. They made that a little easier, I guess. Now this next buff is completely useless in my opinion, unless you get a super specific limit break sparking 5H EXDP in the corner. You're never gonna EXDP. You can super after EXDP, right? Why, if you can just still use MDP, same thing, vanish, and then still get the same damage. Whoops, I dropped it. Let me try it again. You actually get more damage, what am I saying? And you get a slightly knockdown. There's literally no point outside of that one super rare occasion, which you might never even see, to spend half a bar doing EXDP when you're gonna vanish anyway. So stick to MDP unless you get that super specific circumstance. You're never gonna get it. It's not gonna happen. Not even to me. Real quick, before I end this, I want to talk about Gohan's B assist. I don't think his C assist is very good. Yeah, it's a beam, but 14-second beam is awful when you can choose between DP, or you can choose between this assist, which is 40 frames of Blockstun, which basically will let you do anything you want. The reason I believe Gohan's B assist is really good is because, one, it's great for mix-ups, right? 40 frames, Blockstun, fantastic. Two, it's pretty good at extending combos, even at awkward heights like this, right? Yeah, I used to not be able to do that before with his old assist. I would have to do a different route, but now I can do something like this, you know, build 2 bars, yada yada yada, get about 7k damage. It's great for combo extensions, right, and mix-ups. Now let me show you another type of mix-up you can get off of this with Kid Buu. They really are best friends, and I'm gonna show you why. Even after all the nerfs both of these characters have gotten, they still go incredibly well. Before, I used to have to burn GT and Adult Gohan to do this mix-up, but because of his new assist, you can now just do it only with Gohan. Look at this. You can make it stay same side, you can make it cross up and steal the corner like that. There's a lot you can do with this Gohan assist. All in all, I still think Adult Gohan is a great character. He has great buttons, you know, like his M's, they go far, they're incredible, they beat Reflect. He has amazing pressure, he has a reversal, great mix-ups, and damage. He can get a sliding knockdown anywhere if he's leveled up, and so much more. He just has so many options and tools in his arsenal. It's hard to make him a bad character. People just need to adapt to his changes, just like most of the other characters that have been adjusted. Keep laughing, my friends. Promise you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. That's it for this video. I hope y'all like it. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Please hit me with those subs, likes. It's free. Don't cost you a damn thing, except a second of your time. And if you saw this video to the end, I think I'm worth your time. Alright. Have a good night, y'all. Have a good weekend, weekday, whatever. Appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Don't forget, y'all can catch me on Twitch, because I stream on there almost daily. Alright, now I'm going to bed. Good night, good morning, good evening, good whatever. You have a good one.